Today I am honored to speak on a topic that touches every heart and echoes across every corner of the world: the pursuit of peace. Peace. A simple word, yet a complex dream. It is more than just the absence of war. It is the presence of justice, kindness, and understanding. Peace is not something that happens by chance. It is something we must all work for, fight for, not with weapons, but with wisdom. Peace is often seen as the responsibility of world leaders, governments, or international organizations. While their role is significant, the true foundation of peace is built by individuals, ordinary people like you and me, through our daily actions, choices, and attitudes. Each person has the power to influence the world around them. And when enough people commit to peaceful living, the ripple effects can reach far and wide. At its core, peace begins with how we treat one another. Simple acts of kindness, patience, and understanding can create a more harmonious environment in our homes, schools, workplaces, and communities. When we choose to listen instead of argue, to understand instead of judge, and to forgive instead of hold grudges, we are actively contributing to a culture of peace. These small moments might seem insignificant, but they build trust, reduce tension, and inspire others to act similarly. Conflict is a natural part of life, but how we respond to it defines our contribution to peace. Many disagreements can be resolved not with anger, but with respectful conversation and empathy. Learning to communicate openly and calmly, to seek situations from another's perspective, and to seek compromise rather than victory are vital skills for anyone who wants to be a peacemaker. These qualities are not limited to diplomats or negotiators. They belong in everyday life, in every interaction. The role of individuals in creating peace also extends to standing up against injustice. Peace does not mean staying silent in the face of wrong. In fact, true peace often requires the courage to speak out when others are being harmed or excluded. Whether it's advocating for someone being bullied, supporting a marginalized group, or promoting fairness in our community, every action toward justice strengthens the foundation of peace. Education plays a crucial part as well. By educating ourselves and others about different cultures, beliefs, and ways of life, we reduce fear and misunderstanding. When we replace ignorance with knowledge and suspicion with curiosity, we open the door to acceptance and cooperation. Teaching the next generation to value diversity and solve problems peacefully ensures that peace is not only achieved, but sustained. Even in times of great division, individuals can be powerful symbols of peace. History is filled with people who, through their actions and values, inspired change, not through violence, but through courage, compassion, and commitment to nonviolence. People like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, and Malala Yousafzai remind us that peace can grow from the heart of one person and influence an entire world. In conclusion, the pursuit of peace is not a distant dream reserved for the powerful. It is a shared journey that begins with each of us. By living with integrity, showing compassion, standing for justice, and promoting understanding, we can all become builders of peace. One action at a time, one heart at a time, we move closer to a more peaceful world. Peace is often imagined as something quiet and passive, a gentle state of being where everything is calm and still. However, true peace is not the result of avoiding conflict or staying silent. It takes courage and deliberate action to achieve and sustain peace, especially in a world where injustice, inequality, and violence continue to exist. Choosing peace is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a powerful and brave decision that often challenges the status quo and requires strength of character. It takes courage to stand up against hatred, discrimination, and violence, especially when doing so may bring criticism or even danger. Speaking out against injustice, defending the rights of others, or challenging unfair systems requires bravery. Many people fear rocking the boat or getting involved in issues that may not affect them directly. But peace cannot flourish in a world where people ignore wrongdoing. It demands individuals who are willing to take a stand even when it is uncomfortable or unpopular. Creating peace also requires action, not just words or hopes. It means doing the hard work of building bridges between divided communities, fostering dialogue where there is mistrust, and offering forgiveness where there has been hurt. This work is often slow, challenging, and filled with setbacks. But without these efforts, lasting peace remains out of reach. Forgiveness, for example, is one of the most difficult but necessary actions for peace. Letting go of resentment and choosing to heal rather than retaliate can be incredibly hard, but it is a powerful act of courage. Peace building is not limited to grand gestures or political negotiations. Everyday actions matter just as much. Standing up to bullying, helping a neighbor in need, or creating safe spaces where people feel heard and respected are all acts of peace. These actions require us to move beyond comfort and convenience, to care about others, and to take responsibility for the kind of world we are shaping. Being a peacemaker also means having the courage to look inward. It requires honesty about our own biases, mistakes, and responsibilities. Sometimes the hardest battles are the ones we face within ourselves, overcoming anger, fear, and prejudice to become more compassionate and understanding. It takes real strength to admit when we are wrong, to learn, and to grow. History has shown us that some of the greatest changes toward peace came from those who chose nonviolence in the face of extreme opposition. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela acted with immense courage, not by fighting with weapons, but by fighting with love, justice, and truth. Their actions remind us that peace is not the absence of struggle, but the choice to respond to struggle with dignity and humanity. In the end, peace is not something we stumble upon. It is something we build brick by brick, choice by choice. It is a path that demands bravery, effort, and persistence. To pursue peace is to commit to doing what is right, not what is easy, and that is the true meaning of courage in action.